Hey guys, I'm here with my project for the week for the Wild Orchid Crafts design team, the Wild Bunch, and I'm going to start by showing you the flowers that I used to create my project. And I will start with these. I love these. These are the mixed two-tone color cherry blossoms, and I use these in lots of different little places on the project. They're so pretty and really, really beautiful colors. I love the two-tone with the darker color on the edge. So pretty. I also used a few mixed color chrysanthemums. I love these. These are like my favorite right now. So pretty. I used a few flowers from the mixed pink flowers and rhinestone and embellishment pack. And I think I've used almost all the embellishments. There were 4 of them when I first got this, and I've used a few of them, all 3 of them already, except for the last one. I used some of these today. It was hard to open the package because they were so pretty and I just wanted to keep them and look at them, but I used these mixed color Cosmos daisies. So pretty. I used some more of these pale pink rosebuds. Love using those. I used just, I think, one of the Cottage rose, Pink Mist Cottage rose. And I used one of the white curly wild roses out of the large blue pack. And I used some of the white flowers with the diamond center. I used just one, I think. I also used some laces that I am out of, so I will show you the laces in the project. But I used a cotton lace, and I used a Guipure lace, which I'll show you. And then I used some seam binding, and that's the color that I used. It's the cream. And I'll show it to you, and I'll show you the product code as I'm showing you the project, because the project is a seam binding holder. So let me show you that now. I'm going to get this out of the way. And this was just a container I had in my room, and the container was purchased from a local craft store originally, and it was, I don't even remember what color it was. It was, I think on the front it had some words, and it was like a pale color, but I spray painted it pink. I was thinking of painting it, but then just for lack of time, I spray painted it pink, and this pink matches some of the other furniture in my craft room that my ex-husband had set up for me. He painted a dresser for me, which is absolutely beautiful. I love it. It was one of the sweetest things he ever did. And so I still have the dresser, and this paint, the spray paint matched it. So this was spray painted with that pink color that matched. I've got some plastic around here. And I decorated the front, and then I have the little pieces of chipboard covered with paper to hold my seam binding. So let me show you the front first, and then I'll show you kind of how I'm going to store my seam binding and just some trims from Wild Orchid Crafts. So I started here with just a large flower cluster, and to match the, it's more like a hot pink, to match that I wanted just fun spring or summer colors. So I used the chrysanthemums, and I used a few different colors. The light pink, which you actually get in that embellishment starter kit, you get some chrysanthemums, and then these were from the mixed pack. Here's my curly wild rose, my cherry blossoms, my itty bitty flowers from the embellishment pack, and then I have these rosebuds all around. The larger rosebuds were in that starter pack. And then this is a fabric flower, and I'll put the link for that product below. The package has gone missing. So I'll put the link for that product below for these really pretty new fabric flowers that Wild Orchid Crafts has. And then I have one of those little, the white crystal flowers peeking out from behind. And then my cottage rose is there. And then the sweetheart blossom was also in that starter pack. So if you're looking to build your collection, I would recommend getting a few of those flower, embellishment, and rhinestone packs, because they have just a variety of not only one type of flower, but they have just a variety of a ton of flowers. They have the rosebuds, they've got chrysanthemums, they have open roses, sweetheart blossoms, and I can't remember what else. They have leaves, they've got 2 sizes of the open roses actually, and then they have those crystal bling inside, which actually I think you get 5 of them in there. So they have a ton of stuff for, it's like $5.12, so it's really, really, really inexpensive to get all that stuff. And then here's one of those blings. Love it. I love these blings. They're so pretty, and I thought this color matched almost exactly to my container. And then over here I have another smaller cluster, and again I have a curly wild rose, I have some chrysanthemums, and then a sweetheart blossom. And I have a little rosebud from that starter pack, and then the teeny tiny 8mm rosebuds. I have tucked throughout. And I just love the way the look that they give a flower cluster when you have those little stems poking out. I love it. So that's the front of my project. In the background, of course, sorry, I forgot to mention, I've got the laces, and this is that beautiful Guipure lace, and then the so dainty and pretty cotton lace. And then here's my seam binding that I have twirled and then tied into a bow. Now in the corners of this, I do have a few little embellishments as well. I have, here's that Cosmo Daisy, so pretty. The Sweetheart Blossom, I have some Rosebuds, and then I have just a little bow made out of the cream seam binding. And then in this corner, I have similarly just a bow made of seam binding. I have a few little Rosebuds, and I have a Sweetheart Blossom. So pretty. So then let me show you what I did. Now you probably already saw I have the label here, and I just put a little dot of hot glue, and this tells me what I have in there. Now if I ever change it or I run out and can't get any more, because I'm planning to always have this in stock, the white rosette trim from them. I absolutely love this style of rosettes. So I'm always planning to have that in stock, but if for some reason you know, they stop carrying it or I can't get it, then, you know, I can still always rip that off or replace the label with something on top of it. So I wasn't too worried about gluing it on there. So that tells me what's in the container. And then over here, whatever I decide to put, I'll do the same thing. I'll put, you know, however many labels I need and then put the items in there. Now for the seam binding, I only have 5 colors right now because I know I had more and I've used them. So with my next design package, I'm going to definitely get some more seam binding colors. But I have the seam binding wrapped around, and I have it tucked, you know, behind something. And then what I did was I just glued the product code back there. And I was comfortable doing that because, like with the other one, I can always glue something on top if I change the color. But most of these colors are ones I'm always going to want to keep in stock. So when they run out, I'm going to want to purchase them again. Now the design paper I have, I just used chipboard. I don't even know the thickness of it. It's just whatever I had here. It's a thick chipboard. You can use cereal boxes. I use that when I'm in a pinch if I don't have any chipboard around me and I'm wanting to make something like this. I use cereal boxes, any kind of product packaging. If it doesn't, you know, smell like food or something, you can use it. And if you want it to be really thick, just glue 2 pieces together. Super simple, really cheap stuff you already have anyway. This was just chipboard I had in the house. I glued some, it's like a really faint yellow paper, and I decided not to distress it just because I didn't want to get any like paper dust on my seam binding here. So there's my seam binding card, and I've got silver, I have the cream, and so this is the cream that I used in the project. And I'm running low, I need to get more. And then over here I've got this beautiful, beautiful lilac color. Love this. And then this is my favorite, the tulip color, pink tulip. I always call it pink mist, but it's pink tulip. And then I figured this would just be easy to keep on my desk somewhere. That way when I needed seam binding or, you know, my rosettes, or I'm probably going to do laces in here. When I needed those things, they would be right here. You can also put your packaging if you have something like this, because the packaging would just fit in there. And you could just put your packages of laces, which I may do that way. Not sure. So that is my organizer this week, and that's going to hold my seam binding and laces and trims from Wild Orchid Crafts for now. And it's just really, I love this system because if I'm doing a video, I have the product codes easily, readily available, or, you know, if I'm just wanting to reorder, I've got my product codes right here. And then of course the items are easily accessible to me. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and definitely go check out Wild Orchid Crafts. I just got a newsletter from them a few days ago, and they're adding lots of new stuff. You have to get these Cosmo Daisies. They're so pretty. And then they have a lot of new mixed packs. They've got some lilies and lots of really beautiful things, so go check them out. And don't forget to check out the rest of the Wild Bunch with their amazing projects this month. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.